The enduring legacy of John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy's presidency, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark on the United States and the world. His charisma, eloquence, and youthful optimism captivated a nation yearning for inspiration. Kennedy's vision extended beyond American borders, encompassing a commitment to global peace and understanding. Decades after his assassination, his legacy continues to inspire, provoke, and resonate with people across generations. This essay delves into the life, myths, and enduring impact of John F. Kennedy. From his privileged upbringing to his wartime heroism, Kennedy's path to the presidency was marked by both opportunity and adversity. His administration confronted some of the most daunting challenges of the Cold War, including the Cuban Missile Crisis, which brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. Despite facing intense pressure and scrutiny, Kennedy navigated these crises with courage and resolve, leaving an enduring legacy of leadership and diplomacy. From privileged beginnings to political aspirations, the story of John F. Kennedy is one of remarkable transformation and ambition. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born into a wealthy and politically connected family in Brookline, Massachusetts, on May 29, 1917. His early years were spent in an environment that nurtured his intellectual and social development. His father, Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., was a successful businessman and ambassador to the United Kingdom. Joseph's influence and connections provided young John with a unique perspective on global affairs and the workings of high society. His mother, Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy, instilled in her children a strong sense of ambition and public service. She was a guiding force, emphasizing the importance of education, faith, and community involvement. He attended elite schools, including Choate Rosemary Hall and Harvard University, where he excelled academically and developed a passion for politics. His time at these institutions not only honed his intellect but also expanded his network of influential contacts. Kennedy's political aspirations were evident from a young age. He was deeply interested in the political landscape and was determined to make his mark on the world stage. He witnessed firsthand the inner workings of power and influence through his father's political connections. These experiences were instrumental in shaping his understanding of leadership and governance. After graduating from Harvard, Kennedy briefly worked as a journalist before enlisting in the United States Navy during World War II. His time as a journalist allowed him to develop a keen sense of the issues facing the world, while his military service tested his leadership and resilience. His wartime experiences, particularly his heroic actions as commander of PT-109, shaped his worldview and solidified his commitment to public service. The bravery and leadership he displayed during the war earned him respect and admiration. Following the war, Kennedy returned home a decorated veteran and set his sights on a career in politics. His experiences had prepared him well for the challenges ahead, and he was ready to take on the mantle of leadership. The New Frontier, Promises of Progress and Change. This was the rallying cry of John F. Kennedy's campaign, a vision that sought to inspire a nation standing at the crossroads of history. In 1960, John F. Kennedy campaigned for the presidency on a platform of hope, progress, and a new frontier for America. His speeches were filled with a sense of urgency and a call to action, urging Americans to embrace change and innovation. He promised to revitalize the economy, strengthen social programs, and assert American leadership on the world stage. Kennedy's vision was not just about policy, it was about a renewed sense of purpose and direction for the country. Kennedy's charisma, youthful energy, and optimistic message resonated with voters, particularly young Americans eager for a break from the Cold War anxieties of the previous decade. His ability to connect with the youth was unprecedented, making them feel like active participants in shaping the future. His narrow victory over incumbent Vice President Richard Nixon marked the beginning of a new era in American politics. The election was a turning point, symbolizing a shift towards a more dynamic and forward-thinking leadership. Kennedy's presidency was marked by a spirit of idealism and a commitment to addressing the challenges facing the nation. He believed in the power of government to enact positive change and worked tirelessly to push his legislative agenda. He established the Peace Corps, an organization that sent young Americans to developing countries to provide assistance and promote cultural exchange. This initiative not only helped those in need, but also fostered a sense of global citizenship among Americans. He challenged the nation to land a man on the moon before the end of the decade, igniting the imaginations of Americans and sparking a wave of scientific innovation. This bold vision galvanized the nation and set the stage for one of humanity's greatest achievements. Kennedy's domestic agenda, which he dubbed the New Frontier, aimed to expand civil rights, improve education, and alleviate poverty. His policies sought to create a more just and equitable society, addressing the deep-seated issues that plagued the nation. John F. Kennedy's presidency was a tapestry woven with moments of both triumph and tragedy. The Bay of Pigs invasion, an ill-fated attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro's regime in Cuba, tested Kennedy's resolve early in his presidency. The Cuban Missile Crisis, a tense standoff with the Soviet Union over the placement of nuclear missiles in Cuba, brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. Kennedy's calm demeanor and strategic brilliance during this crisis averted disaster and cemented his reputation as a shrewd and courageous leader. Tragically, Kennedy's presidency was cut short on November 22, 1963, when he was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. The nation and the world mourned the loss of a young and charismatic leader who had promised so much. Kennedy's assassination sent shockwaves through American society, casting a long shadow over the country and leaving an enduring sense of loss and unfulfilled potential. In the aftermath of his assassination, John F. Kennedy's presidency became shrouded in myth and speculation. The Kennedy family, particularly his widow, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, played a significant role in shaping his public image. They cultivated an aura of glamour, sophistication, and intellectualism around the Kennedy White House, evoking comparisons to the mythical court of King Arthur. The term Camelot became synonymous with the Kennedy era, symbolizing a time of hope, idealism, and national unity. However, the romanticized image of the Kennedy presidency often obscures the complexities and controversies of his life and administration. Kennedy's personal life, including his alleged extramarital affairs, has been the subject of much scrutiny and speculation. His health problems, which he kept largely hidden from the public, have also been the subject of historical debate. While Kennedy's legacy remains largely positive, it is important to acknowledge the myths and misconceptions that surround his presidency. John F. Kennedy's presidency coincided with one of the most perilous periods in human history, the Cold War. The rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, fueled by ideological differences and the proliferation of nuclear weapons, cast a long shadow over global affairs. Kennedy, a staunch anti-communist, believed that the United States had a moral obligation to contain the spread of communism and promote democracy around the world. Kennedy's foreign policy was characterized by a combination of diplomacy, military strength, and economic assistance. He increased American military spending, bolstering the nation's nuclear arsenal and deploying troops to hotspots around the world. He also sought to engage the Soviet Union in dialogue, believing that communication and understanding were essential to preventing nuclear war. Kennedy's approach to the Cold War was a delicate balancing act, requiring both strength and restraint. Despite his untimely death, John F. Kennedy's legacy continues to inspire and influence generations of Americans and people around the world. His vision and ideals have transcended time, becoming a beacon of hope and a call to action for many. His eloquent speeches, particularly his inaugural address, in which he famously declared, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country," continue to resonate with their message of service, sacrifice, and civic engagement. These words have inspired countless individuals to take up public service and contribute to the greater good. Kennedy's vision of a more just, equitable, and peaceful world remains a powerful source of inspiration for those who seek to make a difference. His commitment to civil rights and social justice laid the groundwork for future progress and continues to motivate activists today. Kennedy's legacy is not without its critics, who argue that his accomplishments have been overstated and his shortcomings overlooked. Yet, the debates surrounding his presidency only highlight the enduring fascination and impact he has had on American society. However, even his detractors acknowledge the profound impact he had on American politics and culture. His leadership during the Cuban Missile Crisis, his push for the space race, and his efforts in promoting peace have left an indelible mark. He ushered in an era of youthful idealism and challenged Americans to embrace their role as citizens of the world. The establishment of the Peace Corps is a testament to his belief in the power of young people to effect change. Kennedy's legacy is a testament to the enduring power of hope, vision, and the belief that one person can make a difference. His life and work continue to inspire new generations to dream big, act boldly, and strive for a better world.